it up, I got a bit of the bank to make me a safe house. Shake it up, she got her hands on her knees and she bringing the cake out.
So this was my first chest session back after holiday, after me being ill, so nice and fully recovered, had a bit of rest and things, and it was a fucking belter actually. 140 kilos, 4 reps, fully controlled. Yeah, absolutely buzzing for it, like feeling great, back on the flat bench again, so yeah, let's get right into it. So first things first, like I always talk to my spotter, so this guy has actually spotted me before, but it's always good to tell your spotter what your expectations are for the set that they're going to spot you for, because then they know what sort of rep range you're going to like maybe fail on, when they need to step in, and also how much they need to step in as well. Because like some people like it, when you're spotting and you make the positive part of the rep like really grind out for a few seconds. I don't. I like it to be like quick off, and then so I can get my negatives, because I believe that's what makes the chest grow. But yeah, you'll see here, so 140 kilos, and this is only the second time I'm doing it, probably in 2+ years. Everything's been on the Smith bar before that, and I think I get 7 reps on my own here. So he starts touching the bar, so what's that, 3, 4, 5 good reps, again slow, nice, controlled on the way down, 6, and then the 7th he has a finger on the bar, but he's actually not helping me here. It was just more for safety than anything, because I was starting to fail. So 7 reps on my own, 8th, 9th with a negative, and the final one, the 10th. So as you'll see there, the 10th rep and all those negatives, like just try and go. I mean, you don't need to go super slow. You don't need to be like down for like 1, 2, 3, like really like 2 to 3 seconds, but as long as it's controlled the whole way and it's not dropping, like the moment it's starting to drop on the negative, that's when your spotter needs to take the weight off you, and for me, you're done. And I always like to keep it in that sort of 6 to 7 rep range. Like as long as I can hit 6 to 7 constant reps on the flat bench, and then grind out, as you saw there, another 3, maybe 4, depending on how I'm feeling, negatives, and then rack it, and that is a perfect set for me. And that is actually how I trained when I was competing, when I was regularly pressing over 200 kilos, no straps, no wraps, no elbow wraps, no elbow sleeves, nothing. I used to go from 200 kilos down to 180 for a drop down set, which is kind of crazy. And to be honest, how my shoulder was feeling over the last couple of years and how flat bench felt for me, I actually didn't think I'd be doing this sort of weight again and moving it the way I do like this. So to be honest, I'm fucking over the moon. Like yeah, it feels great. My shoulder doesn't hurt. And it's probably the fact that I'm warming up more. Like I'm doing a lot of shoulder rotations, like, forward and back, like making sure I'm getting a lot of movement into my shoulder and upper body and things, into both shoulders, sorry. Not doing any stretching, because stretching before a workout can actually, well, not cause injury, but it increase your chance of injury. So you just want to do just movement, basically. Get blood, get warmth into those joints, and only get to your heavy sets when you really, really, truly feel warm. Like I used to rush these things like back in the day, and I don't know why. It's like whether it's just to get through sessions and stuff, but what I've realised recently is that you just need to take your time in the gym. Like, don't be lazy and slow, but take your time. Like, go when you're ready, go when you're recovered, do the extra sets, go up in 10s instead of 20s, and just make sure you're fully warm and like fully ready for the set that's about to happen. Because 140 kilos landing on you is no joke. I mean, to be fair, 100 kilos landing on you, like if something fucked up, it would cause you a lot of harm. But you've got to be mentally ready for these sets, and you'll see that at the start of this second set, actually. So I'll sit down here and I'll drop down from 140 kilos to 130. And again, I'm telling my spotter here, I'm like, this is how many I'm expecting to get, and then I'll want another 3-4 negatives on the end, telling him how much I've dropped by, so he's fully aware. See, like, I'm hitting myself here, trying to G myself up, like thinking about things. It just, you can't, for me, you can't go into these sessions without being fully focused. So here I'm amped up, ready to go. Like, I'm already buzzing from that 140 set. So let's see how this moves. And I mean, yeah, that looks nice. And as you can see, constant reps, 4, 5, 6, and I think I start to fail 7, it slows down. So I lock out, let my skeleton take the weight for a little bit, have a little bit of a breather, get an 8th unassisted, and then we've got 9 as a negative, little bit of a spot, 10, oh, and an 11th. I thought I ended on 10. So yeah, 11 reps. And as you can see, my smile as I sit up, I'm so happy with that. But like I said, it's weights that I haven't thrown around in so long. And even on the Smith bar, I don't know what it was about the Smith bar, but I think the fact that it is fixed didn't suit, whether it was my strength curve or whatever it was. I wasn't progressing like I was, or like I couldn't move it as well as I did with flat bench. Because actually what I do, I sit on my flat bench, and when the bar comes down, it comes more towards like the bottom of my chest. Like I can't bench up here when it comes to flat bench. Like some people do that real high. I've got to go low, like to the bottom of my chest, and mine almost curves a little bit, so it goes like down from the head towards the bottom of the chest. It's not straight down. You'll kind of see that in the videos, and obviously on a Smith bar you can't do that. You are restricted to the runners that it's on. So you know, whether that's a slight angle or the one we've got at Kings, which is dead straight. So yeah, fucking brilliant session. I think I ended up, one of my pals from my old gym turned up at the gym, and he spotted me for some 40 kilo dumbbell flies as well, and I think I knocked out, I think I got 6 or 7 reps on those as well, and my chest was, I'm not even joking, it was fucked. Like 5 days went on and I was still sore just moving my arm back here from flies and press, and I did 4 exercises, 2 working sets on each. And it just goes to show that, well, for me anyway, you don't need the volume. You don't need to be doing 3-4 working sets. Like, because if I had done, say for example, that flat bench, the 140 set was to failure plus negatives. Then it was a 130 set, you know, well, say for example, the first set, I was failing at 7 reps. Second set down to 130 with a good rest, you know, not just a couple of minutes, like a good few minutes rest. I failed again on 7 reps. Now, what would have been the next set? 120 for 7 reps, and then again 110 for 7. But by that point, I'm so far off my maximum. I've done the amount of damage that I needed to do. And as I said, technically I've done 4 exercises, 2 working sets on each. So that means 8 sets, 8 working sets, and I was that sore from it. Now, a lot of people on the internet, TikTok, whatever it is, they'll tell you, oh, soreness isn't a sign that you're growing, it's just a sign of poor recovery and all this. Bullshit. When I was competing, I was fucking sore every day. Every day I was training, and that is what builds muscle. Like, for me, you can have sessions when you're not sore, but generally you will always feel it somehow. Sometimes that might be just a little bit of fatigue in the muscle, or, you know, you might get a bit of cramp, or, I mean, I rarely get cramp, but you'll just feel it somehow. You'll know if you've worked hard. And if you've come out the gym and you've put everything into a session, pushed all your working sets to failure and beyond, whether that's with a spotter, whether that's paused reps, negatives, you know, some sort of extensions, drop set, whatever you do, if you have done that and you're not sore, I mean, I would take a long, hard look at your training. But yeah, as I said, sore for 4 or 5 days, brilliant session. The last time I benched, which was on here a couple of videos ago with my mate Tommy, I only managed 5 on my own, but I mean, I probably could have got a 6th, but just goes to show, 7 clean reps on my own and another 3 spotted. This is, yeah, this is the tweak for me. This is the way my training is going to stay now. 2 full working sets, and instead of dropping that second set down to 15, you know, 12, 15 reps, I'm just going to use it as a second heavy set. And yeah, it's working wonders. I feel stronger than ever. I'm hitting PBs, and I feel great, and the fatigue isn't crazy. I'm not walking around tired all the time, napping all the time. So I think I found the perfect balance for the moment. So yeah, long may it continue. What have we got up next? Oh, unbelievable back day. Trained back yesterday. I'll probably get the next video up Saturday or Sunday this weekend. But yeah, some bloody good numbers were hit, and yeah, I'm actually buzzing now just thinking about it. So yeah, stay tuned for that one. I'll have it up in the next couple of days, and yeah, we'll kick on from there. Nice one, guys. Have a good weekend.
Rack it up, I gotta build up the bank to make me a safe house. Shake it up.